Welcome, one and all, to a brand new stream. It is not Final Fantasy because Final Fantasy is completed. Final Fantasy X is done. So today, and probably not every day, but certainly today, we're going to try something a little bit different. Now, I want to say, to start off with, I want to say that I've kind of done this before. In fact, there's a whole set of videos on my YouTube channel that are called the Diablo 3 Surprise, where I basically do this before. But I wanted to do it again, because Diablo 3's playability, I think, is important. Because it unwittingly demonstrates a lot of things that can make a game playable for a blind person. And there are a few things that are a little bit easier with some assistance, but I feel like this should be covered. Now that I have a much larger audience than I did back then, I feel like it might be the time to just cover this again. And the second reason I'm doing this, though, is because it is Season 16 in Diablo 3. Just recently started, so I figured, what the heck, might as well create a season character. So, I am Brandon Cole, aka Super Blind Man, and I hope you guys are ready for this. It's going to be some fun-filled Diablo-esque action. It should be a good time. First, the plugs. A lot of ways you can support the content if you so choose. You can follow me here on Twitch. Follows are appreciated. Follows to me are viewership, and I put value on viewership, so every follower counts to me. You can subscribe on Twitch as well. Subscriptions give you access to my Twitch archives available immediately upon the end of the broadcast, and they also give you some cool emotes created by our super awesome viewer KOL Joy. One of which I just learned, the Tier 3 emote. One of which I learned that she cleverly had to Photoshop a combination of 3 separate pictures of me to make it look right. Because I don't shrug correctly. Okay. It's pretty funny, I think. I just recently learned that. It's pretty cool. So yeah, you get some emotes, you get some archives available immediately, and there you go. So the Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 emotes, just in case you're wondering about that, and there you go with that. You can also tip directly, streamlabs.com/superblindman. And if you do that, that goes directly to us. It is super supportive, super appreciated, and you'll get a little animated tip flown into our little tip jar there too. You also get that if you cheer. I support every single kind of cheer. It doesn't matter if it's small or large. If you have 1 bit to spare and you want to show some support, hey, toss me a bit. That's perfectly fine. I will still thank you for it. Let's see. You can also become a patron at patreon.com/superblindman. Patrons get a whole bunch of possible perks, including the ability to literally control the content by choosing what game I should play on stream. Any game that I can play, as long as I can access it in some way, I will play if you become a top tier patron and tell me what you want to see. If you thought to yourself, hey, what would it be like if a blind person messed around in this game? Well, you could probably find out. As long as, again, I can access it in a reasonable way. Yeah. Let's see. That covers the support. Yeah, that basically covers the support these days. You can also follow me on Twitter at SuperBlindMan. Facebook is SuperBlindMan. Website is brandoncole.net. Just made a media page there. Well, the media page itself has already existed and shows all the stuff I've done in the media recently and over the past several years. But I just made an event page, I should say. An event page for the Final Fantasy X event. And you might want to check that out. It's got everything that you could ask for in there. It's got the blog I wrote last night. It's got highlights. It's got the link to the YouTube playlist. It's got everything in there. I made that page. Now, keep in mind, if you do check that out, and you're the type that doesn't like spoilers and doesn't know the Final Fantasy X story, you might want to wait, because there are spoilers in the video clips. So just keep that in mind. But the event page is there. Yeah, website's brandonCole.net, as I said. Twitter, YouTube, Facebook is brandon.l.cole.7. And join us on Discord as well. If you type in !Discord in the chat, you will get a link to our Discord server, the Breakdown Wall server, where we try our best to bring together disabled streamers of all types and their audiences, and enjoy each other's company, compare notes, have a good time, have a few laughs, all that stuff. So check us out on the Discords. And that, I think, covers the plugs. So, again, I'm doing this because it is Season 16, and I'm doing it also because my viewing audience is much larger now, and I think that there's there's more people that can get something out of this this Diablo 3 thing that I do. And again, this isn't going to be like a constant, ongoing thing. Unless for some reason that's what you guys want. But I don't plan to make it a constant thing. The main playthrough I still want to be Persona, but I felt like the ending of Final Fantasy X, as awesome as it was, and as awesome as that whole event was, the ending was too abrupt to say, okay, Persona now. I don't want to just jump in like that, you know. I want to make sure that everyone knows what's going to be a Persona Day. So, anyway, we're in the process of creating my Season 16 character here. And I've chosen this time to go with another wizard. Now, my original character that I created with the very first time I played Diablo, the original character was a wizard. But, one of the builds a wizard can use has been significantly buffed this time around. Significantly buffed. Like, massively buffed. It is now capable of reaching Greater Rift level 127, according to a YouTuber that I follow that monitors this stuff. So I'm thinking that that's what I want to do. I want to use that build. It's a build that I can use. It's a build that is actually relatively easy to use, and I think I can do some damage with it. It sounds like it's gonna be fun to me. So let's create him. Wait. Why am I getting that? Is that the hardcore thing? I thought it wasn't on hardcore. Oh no. I don't want to be a hardcore character. No, I didn't want to do that. Oh! Okay, my bad. I thought it was like the warning you get when you click on hardcore, like, it's permadeath. Alright. We have... Ah, yeah. Zor? Zor! Dude, I love it. I am Zor. Yes. So I don't know if we have anyone else in the chat, but I guess I'm going to ask chat anyway. Whoever we may have in the chat. Should I go straight to the campaign, or should I just go straight to adventure mode? Because I'd be willing to go through the campaign for chat, if you guys want to see that. I mean, I've done, you know, snippets of the campaign, but I'd be willing to go through it if you want to see it. If that interests you. Hey Oren, how you doing, my friend? We're just asking the question. I'm doing my Diablo 3 stream today, and I've created a Season 16 character. Yeah, Oren, you decide, since you're the only other person in chat right now. So, the question is, do I just go to adventure mode and play around in Season 16, or do you chatters, do you viewers want to see the Diablo 3 campaign, which I have never actually gone through the whole thing. I've always, every single one of my Diablo 3 videos is a snippet. But I could make it a point to go through it. It might not be an everyday playthrough, but it could be a good side playthrough if I go through the campaign. But it's up to you guys. If you want to see adventure mode, just skip the campaign. That's perfectly fine too. I'm good for that. Oh, Oren says play through the whole campaign. Oren says play through the whole campaign. All right. Oren, your decision. Your decision stands, my friend. Yeah, I do too. I love the campaign of this game. I just wanted to make sure that other people wanted to see it before I jumped in, because, you know, it's one of those things where when you create a seasonal character, you don't have to play the campaign. You're not required to, but it could be really fun to show you guys what that's like. So let's do it. Let's go ahead and play the campaign, man. Let's get this thing started. I know you guys are for the beginning, but we're treating this then. We're gonna treat this like a playthrough. So we're gonna let it play through. Oh yeah, I mean, we gave you the vote and you voted, so there you go. We'll make this little side thing. We'll do a little bit of the campaign every now and then. Maybe even for a couple days this week. All right, here we go. Here's the wizard introduction. Every class has their own voice acting, own introductions, everything.
Since my youth, I have been told that I was special. A prodigy of vast potential. I came to the Ishari Sanctum seeking what knowledge I could glean from the masters. But I found them fearful of the truth. I would learn nothing from them. But the old books, the prophecies they contained, showed me all that might come to pass, and all that I might become. Then, a star fell from the heavens. The sign that my moment had come. I will go west to Tristram to stop the darkness that the star portends and fulfill the destiny that beckons me.
Oh, snap, son. Alright, so as I go through this, I'm going to try my best to kind of explain what I'm doing. Again, I'm going to say this again, I know that I've basically done this already, but my audience is much larger now, and the videos will be much more recent if I do it again. I think it's a good time to go back to it, this being the beginning of Season 16, so... To start off with, this first part is relatively easy for a blind person. All you really need to know is, it's essentially right. Everything, the road is very, very short and very linear, so you just go right.
This place reeks of the dead. The fallen star must be near.
You hear his footsteps on the right to indicate that's where I'm going. There's a zombie. Got him. Got him!
Thanks so much for checking out the stream, folks. If you like super content,
Did you check the footsteps on the right? Did you check the footsteps on the left? I'm heading up, by the way. Did you check the footsteps on the right? What's up with seasons? Okay, seasons are... I can pause this, yeah. Seasons are... events, I guess you could say. What changes between them is the effect that happens while the season's playing out. So, well, there's several things. The effect changes, and the starter sets you get automatically as you complete your seasonal challenges also changes as the season progresses, or with each season. So, for instance, this season, Season 16, the seasonal effect is every season character is under the effect automatically without having the item of an item called the Ring of Royal Grandeur. And what the Ring of Royal Grandeur does is when you have a set with set bonuses that is more than 2 pieces, the Ring of Royal Grandeur acts as one of the pieces of that set even if you don't have the piece of the set. So with every set, if I want the 6-piece bonus for the set, this season I only need 5 pieces of it. And that's all I need. I don't actually need 6 pieces because I have the permanent Ring of Royal Grandeur bonus effect while the season is running. And then my starter set for this, I think, is the one that is actually building into a rather top-tier build for them. I think it's the Meteor set. But I'm not going to get the starter set anytime soon because I have to complete certain challenges for that. But, that is... so the starter set basically is... you have this long list of seasonal challenges, and if you complete them, if you start going through each chapter of challenges, you get pieces of one of the top tier builds for your class. But the set you get as your starter set is different every single season. So that's one of the other things that changes about it. Other than that, it's just seasonal characters can only play with other season characters, and once the season is over, your seasonal character automatically transforms into a regular character, a normal character, and all your experience is moved over. So if you gain a lot of experience with your seasonal character, all of a sudden, when the season's over, that character and your other characters will have a giant experience boost, because actually experience is shared between sets of characters. All your normal characters share experience. Share Paragon points, I should say. If you have 600 Paragon points with one character, then you'll suddenly have like 700 if you gain a bunch with the seasonal character too. So anyway, there's a lot to it. What else? Oh yeah. Items are not shared between seasonal and normal characters, so my stash of items will be basically completely empty. Almost empty. There's going to be a ring in there, because there always is. But I have to get new gear. It's a completely new start. Whereas if I just created another normal character, I would actually have access to the stash that the other characters have access to.
Once the season is over, they are shareable.
Yeah. Once the season is over, all that stuff is mailed to your mailbox, so you can keep all of it and decide what you want and don't want of what you had. All right. So let's head over yonder. Okay. So notice that when I can't move, there's no footstep sounds. That tells me I got a little bit stuck. That is fine. We will find the way.
Here 1000 toys here.
Hey, Joyce here!
Prophecy sent
There we
me
go.
in search of the star that fell on this land.
Thank you for the bits, Joy. Thank you very
on the
much.
old cathedral. There was only one
Always
survivor.
appreciated.
Leah. You should speak with her. Captain Rumford, more dead are coming. We can't open the gates until we drive them back. They keep coming. I've never seen anyone fight like that before. Guards, open the gates. You'll find Leah at the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
Thanks, bro. So, a lot of the ways combat works in this game is pretty simple. You can hear
Burn those corpses before they rise again.
you can hear where the monsters are. You know, directionally, and basically if you just aim and shoot, you'll probably hit what you're looking for, unless you're out of range. All right, so now I gotta find the slaughtered calf.
Zakharum has
There we go.
fallen to disgrace.
We're heading in the right direction now.
What faith can save us now?
That old priest. There's the stash. I could probably take, let's see. So the stash menu and the inventory menu when you're in the inventory is like a radial dial. I guess I don't have the ring in season mode. That's the treasure menu, I think. Yeah, I guess I don't have it. Oh yeah! Get your dance on, girl! Oh, right. I forget which one's cosmetics. Is it the second one?
That one.
Yeah, second one, okay. Cool. Cool. And pets is the second one in this menu too, I think, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Alright. Now the pets do transfer over. They're just... It's because the pets won't have, you know, so much of an effect on you that you'll, you know, be overpowered if you have them. So they do allow the pets to transfer even if you're playing a seasonal character. So I have a lot of pets.
VIP didn't beat Penance.
Oh, I did beat Penance. Oh, yes, I did.
Points 1 button. Set to Serious 14 button.
Yes, Sirius, my friend. And again, thank you so much for your help. I thanked you in the end game again on stream. So thank you again for your help, my friend.
How was it?
It was amazing. It was amazing. The strategy worked flawlessly. All I had to do was stay on him, and it was amazing. There was one time, when I was within one turn of dying, because he had both his arms for just a second, but I got out of it, and it's fine. We did it, and we finished out the game, and it was pretty awesome. You can see there's actually clips of it too.
How long did it take? Click Serious 14 button.
Well, here's the thing. I know for a fact that I'm slower than the average person. You know, like when I'm playing a game, especially when I'm playing a game like that, you know, I'm always checking this to make sure whose turn it is, and I do that by using the combat menu, stuff like that. So I knew it would take me longer than 40 minutes. I'd say it probably took me about an hour 10. Just because, you know, I have to make sure that I know whose turn it is, and I have to make sure I know which arm I'm focused on, and, you know, when I was dispelling things, I had to make sure I was dispelling things on the right person. You know, it's a little bit slower with me, but, you know, I can't complain. It happened, and it worked, and it was great. Yeah, anyway, so I can choose a pet now. And each pet actually has a sound effect. Problem is, they don't always make them when they're idling.
Did you take over an hour?
Yeah, I think it was over an hour, yeah. I don't like... He's too noisy, I don't like him. He's actually too noisy.
Okay, you did it?
I did it, yes, I 100% did it. Alright, anyway, we're just gonna go... It doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna go with that pet. There, I have a pet now.
Game link there.
Oh, the bear, that's right. The bear. The bear's great. Alright, here we are. And there's a book.
For many years, villagers were too afraid to settle near the ruins of the cursed town Tristram. But as time went by, adventurers arrived to loot the old cathedral, and their business was profitable enough that new Tristram sprang up to accommodate them. Fewer travelers visit now, though, and the town is mostly populated by craftsmen and farmers.
Yeah, I do. They gave us, I think they gave that to us, didn't they? Alright, so these maps, the reason I'm finding where I'm supposed to go in these maps is because I've done this before.
We've been under siege for 6 days now. Uncle Deckard is still missing. Captain Rumford and the others are losing hope. I tell them not to lose faith, but if help doesn't arrive soon...
Alright. Oh, that's right, she's not actually in here, is she? She's out there.
Welcome to the Slaughter Cafe.
Are
There she
you
is.
Leah? Rumford said you survived the fallen star.
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but... Watch out! The wounded are turning!
Die, wounded! You shouldn't have turned into zombies. I wouldn't have had to kill you. It's really your fault.
Business.
There
The
she is.
dead will overwhelm us all, unless something is done.
I will make certain that doesn't happen. Your town is safe.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
So, to get here to the inn, we went pretty far to the left once we got into town. So to go back to the gate and Captain Rumford, we have to go back to the right once we get out of this inn.
Tristram used to be such a wonderful place to live. My family has been here since the
Random
town grew
conversation.
out of the ruins of old Tristram. But now, it's horrible. The loved ones we've buried and grieved over now threaten our lives.
Well, that's a shame. There we go. Alright.
I promised Marco I'd protect him, and now he's dead.
yeah, there is a book in here, you're right. I don't remember where it is, though. If I remember right, his is not by the door. Probably went.
Alright.
Right, oh, yeah, yeah, sorry. I figured I went too far.
Right. Keep going.
A lot right? A lot more right?
Up.
Okay.
Left you are stuck on the doorway. Graphics up. Left you are stuck on the doorway. Clickable.
Oh, left, okay. There it is.
We have come
Yay!
at last to Tristram's old cathedral. This is where Diablo, Lord of Terror, first corrupted mankind. This is where I may finally find the answers I seek. Leah worries after my safety, but I believe information vital to defeating the last lords of the burning hells can be found here.
Alright. Book located. Now we can leave. Notice too that there is a sound effect. I pointed, you know, again, I pointed this out when in the original Diablo videos. There's a sound effect for exits, which is really, really helpful. Who knows why they did that? They did.
I came here to study the fall of old Tristram.
The dead have been a bane on our existence since that cursed fire.
Thanks so much for checking out the stream, folks. If you like to provide more content, please follow them on Twitter, http://. Also follow them on Facebook, http://. Facebook, contact us, 7 forget to check out YouTube, there's video below at http://.
What can I do to
There we
help
go.
you fight the risen dead?
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
Thanks for the warning, but I won't be dying today.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors.
They're attacking the barricades!
Well, that's rude.
That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
Hey guys, I have Ray of Frost now. You guys are screwed.
Stop.
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 Okay. What did I do?
Go back.
Or did one of them actually drop something?
There's a dagger.
Oh, my bad. I didn't hear that fall. Wow. Daggers are quiet, though.
Dumb. 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 Little more.
Just try not to overdo it, you know.
More.
Okay. Ah!
What are you trying to do at the present time?
I am attempting to collect a dagger, which is on the ground.
Left and down clicable. Center message. Left and down clicable.
Left and down, okay.
Counter 144 right now. Pick up a dagger roll.
Pick up a dagger, yep.
Center message misclickable. Rescind or
Yeah, I didn't hear it drop. I didn't hear it drop. That's my bad. My B. It's my B. As Boozle would say.
Left and down. Left.
There it is. Got it. Alright, we proceed onward. And because that was the first weapon I picked up, I auto-equip it.
Oh.
Yay. Alright, you can hear the swamp frogs there. That's the checkpoint sound, guys.
How does that
I'm
feel?
sorry, were you attempting to threaten me? I think that they were trying to threaten me, and well, you see, that's what happens.
Center message combat real time. Click counter 144 button.
Combat is real time, yes. Well, you see, the sound design is excellent, so you can very easily track where the enemies are. Now that was weird. There. I believe that they dropped some armor. No, maybe not. Maybe that's just Ray of Frost Town. Yeah. Oh, no, maybe I did get something there.
Oh no. Cool.
Yep, I thought I heard them drop something. I was right. Yeah. There are other zombies over
Armor to your right.
there.
Option links on the visual. Graphic subject. Center option links on the visual. Counter 100 armor there. Rescind or graphic subject. Rescind armor to your right. Clickable.
Well, no, believe it or not, Connor, it's not that bad.
Right.
It's not that bad. Yep, got it. It's really not that bad. When an item drops from a monster or a you know,
Become more powerful.
freaking zombies. Come on, that was funny. Oh man. Hey now. Rude. Okay. So when armor drops from a chest or a monster, it's all directional. So even when an armor drops, you can hear, first of all, you can hear the sound of the armor drop if the drop isn't quiet and you're not, you know, in deep combat with a lot of enemies. Oh no, actually I did hear the armor drop that first time. I didn't hear the dagger drop before, but I heard the one thing drop. I think it was a belt or something like that. I did hear that drop, and I went and got that. But if you can hear it, if you can hear the drops, you can navigate to them and go get them, because they usually drop right near where you are, where the fight's taking place. So you'll hear directionally where the item fell. Every item has a drop sound, and you can go get them based on that. So looting is not as hard as you think. And also, when it comes to gold, your pet that you can get will automatically go pick up gold for you. Oh, there's a monster over there.
I just wanted to make a looting so you didn't get so low.
Yeah, Ray of Frost is noisy as crap. It's a great spell, but it is noisy. Here are the monsters over there. Alright. Yes, Daredevil hearing. sounds like a river. There's a river on the right.
These monsters sound suspiciously like human mummies. Yes. Diablo.
Yes, it is. Hey, hey now. Alright, have you guys calmed down now? Man.
The dead. They started to eat us while we slept. They are everywhere. Run! Save yourself!
Hang on. I was in mid-combat. Alright, let's see. Let's see. I think you can. Hang on. I think if you go to users in chat, I think that'll show it. I think Commander Root is always in everyone's chat. But there's Connor, Land Fusion, Magic Marshmallow, sweet. Hey Magic Marshmallow, how you doing? N3T D3V Orin P0 yeah, see that's essentially how I do it. Is if I want to see the viewer count, I don't look at the exact viewer count. I look at the usage in chat. Yeah. Oh, and Boozle's here too. Oh, and Boozle. Yeah, I don't know if there's a way to see. Actually, wait. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, I found it. So if you're using JAWS, just do a search for the word viewers, and you'll find it. If you do a JAWS find for the word viewers, that's how you can find it. There you go. Hope that helps. Hey, I found a little bonus dungeon.
Where's all the treasure? The fiends didn't take it, did they? Hey, that guy dropped some armor too. Also,
Hold up.
Send to graphic clickable. And of course, it doesn't do that. Clickable. Counter number 44 button.
Oh, NVDA doesn't do... let's see. Let me try to give you a better, location.
Combo. Viewers, hold plus enter. Drag but 7 viewers clickable. 040 click 7 drag but text clickable. Electric scan button. Add 0 edit.
It is
Description optional. Edit.
by...
Add 0 electric text click drag button 7 viewers 040 click 0 click 4457 0 click 040 clickable. 7 viewers clickable. Drag button. Text clickable. Drag button 7 0 0 click 4218 17 subscribers 17 sub. 218 followers clickable. 17 subscribers 17 sub points clickable. Chat clickable.
Okay, so...
Send to message edit. Set graphic clickable. And of course, it doesn't do that. Clickable.
So, the viewer count is by, the edit box that says, enter description optional. If you go down from there, you'll see the viewer count. And that might help too. So hang on a second.
3 columns and 7 rows. Mr. Neumann, zip button. Graphic the top 3 columns and 7 rows. Column 1, row 1. Resub setting level 4. Donation setting level 3 level 4. Donation 1M. Graphic icon no BP clickable. Chance unrelated $10. Graphic chance unrelated $10.
Wow.
Chance unrelated A N E U E N A S. Lang A N E U N E R E R E O N O E R E R E.
Sand Under, I think I have that right. Donated $10. Thanks so much for the donation. Thanks 1,000,000,000% for that donation. That is so appreciated. Thank you so much for the $10 tip. I am blown away. Thank you so much. Hey, by the way, guys, you can break stuff. That's always fun. And actually, breaking stuff in this game is encouraged. Really? Huh. Oh. No, okay, no. No, I didn't forget them. Boozle, I did not forget them. The name is not Sans. If that was the intent, if that was you typed sand. I'm not kidding. You really did this. I did not forget them. You really did say sand. But thank you. Thank you 1,000 times. So, this was not on me. Not on me this time. Alright, I gotta find my way out of here, because this is a... this is just a little optional place, but I don't actually need to be here. I don't think there's anything in here besides the monster I killed. Where's the way out of here? I'll find it eventually. What are we talking about now? What Japanese place? Oh, okay. I gotcha. Talking about going to fight Boozle in person? There it is. Alright, we are out of there. I think I'm supposed to go back now, I think. I completed the Wretched Mother's quest. Fair enough. Am I misremembering that, Misty? Am I supposed to go back now? I think I am. Talk to Rumford again.
Hold up. I don't remember one.
Oh, hi there, buddy. Thou art a very rude individual. I hear a fire. Fire! Is there a bode to kick? That's the thing you do in this game too, by the way.
No more.
I hate to tell you guys, but you're not very kind to corpses in this game. There is! There is! It's so good. Oh boy.
Left. Kick the body.
I am. Where's the body? I did not find the body. Is it in the fire?
Down a little right.
Oh no! Oh no!
Too far down. Up and right.
Oh no! I can't even kick a body.
Up. Too far down the right there.
Okay, there's a hair.
Okay, down.
Believe it or not, there's actually reasons to do this, guys.
Okay, down, completable.
This is Diablo. You kind of gotta get used to it. Okay, I get the body.
More. So am I right assuming this game has 360 degree controls because if not, this is the first modern game I've seen that does it. He's right next to you. Whoa.
That moment when you can't kick a body that's right next to you.
Guess you can't kick that one.
I guess not. Oh wow! And then I did.
That's not number 44.
And then I did. Wow.
Go down a little.
It didn't drop anything, I don't think.
Ah, kick the body.
Kick the board, did.
You want those gloves?
Oh, wait, what? It dropped gloves? Yeah, I should take them.
No one you look for in the basement.
Oh. Oh boy. That'd be a... I might just leave him. It'd be quite a walk back.
Go right.
Alright.
No, it's not.
Alright.
Stop.
Stopping. I have ceased movement.
Go left a bit. Your character is locked to the center of the screen. Your camera is above the character, so the direction on the stick always directly correlated to the direction you go game.
Right. That's an accurate description.
How does that screen stream you? Left. Down. Down. Left. You should run into them. And down from there is some crafting stuff.
Did I get them? I don't think I got them, though.
You haven't gotten to the close yet.
There they are, okay.
Wait.
I got
Left
them.
one.
I got them. Yep.
Keep going left. 3 left, 5 steps. Center 3 left, 5 steps, clickable. Move button. 3 left, 5 steps, clickable.
I got something. I just picked up something. Was it not the gloves?
Move button. Set center. Go down now, clickable.
Go down now, okay.
Go down now, clickable.
There it is. Alright.
It was him.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, there's like a certain range for pickups. Boozle. So you don't actually have to be directly on top of something to get it. You have to be close enough. You have to be in range to get it.
You can use Paragon skills to increase the range. Okay, don't go back to town. Remember, you go to Old Tristram to kill the rich mother there. That's a goal.
Oh, right. Okay, my
If I remember
bad.
right.
Yeah, you're right. I think you're right. Yeah, I think you are right. Alright, so we'll stay out here for now. Nope, that was a bad idea. Why did I do that? There. Oh yeah? How do you feel? Okay, I heard that drop. And I got it too. What? See, sometimes you can hear the drops. Oops, I mean, I can get attacked by a zombie. Alright, we are here. Checkpoint.
Old Tristram. Diablo himself once walked this place.
Okay, a magical item dropped over there. We can get it.
Down.
Alrighty then.
So how long do you have this character for? You just created.
This character was just created, yes. It was created for the Season 16 events. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, I did it. I broke stuff. Thank you, Pet, for picking up the gold for me there.
My power grows.
Hello there, sir. You're a rude one, ain't you? Hey, I found a book.
Ogden and his wife have offered to let me and grandmother continue to stay with them. I think we will, now that the troubles are over. I am still tormented by horrific nightmares. I keep hoping they will fade, but they seem to be getting stronger.
Oh boy. What's wrong with the voice actor? I actually quite like the voice acting in this game. Maybe she wasn't the best, you know, but mostly it's good. In fact, I actually quite like the wizard's voice actor. Yeah, her specifically, yeah. Yeah, mostly it's good. Actually, for those of you who are Overwatch players, the voice actor for the wizard is Winston. The guy that does Winston. Did I kill the wretched mother I'm supposed to kill here? I don't think I did. There she is. There she is. And I picked up an item, too. I done picked up that item. Yes, I did. Alright. So. Not harassing okay, you done? No? Are you done? I think you're done, at least for now. All right. So here is. I want to go over this again because a lot of you might not have watched my Diablo 3 original stuff that I did. Yeah, pretty much. I just waited for him to walk up. Hey, buddy. So I want to go through this again. What I'm about to do is a blind person trick. Okay, what I'm about to do. Are you done? Okay. What I'm about to do is a blind person trick for Diablo 3 campaign mode. Now, I don't know why they designed it like this, but they did, and we blind people can't complain. I will explain. If we... Well, the trick I'm about to do has nothing to do with those zombies, but that is pretty funny. But, here's what I'm about to demonstrate here. If you go to the map, and then you press R1, or if you're on Xbox One, the right bumper. This is, by the way, to be clear, only the console version of Diablo 3 is accessible to blind people, so this will all be console. Anyway, you press the right bumper or R1, that brings you to the waypoint map for the act you're currently playing. Well, it does a little kind of interesting thing here. It automatically selects, as long as you're in story mode, it automatically selects the waypoint you're supposed to go to next. Since we have to go back to camp, it'll automatically take us back to camp. Isn't that perfect?
Thank you for your help, but could you talk some sense into Leah? She won't give up on the idea of rescuing her uncle.
Nor should she. I will help her find him.
Alright, so we got that from Rumford. Quest complete. that trick does work from the moment you get waypoint access. It does work. As soon as you get the waypoints for the first time, it only take you back here, but it does work. No, PC does not support controllers. I don't think they built the console infrastructure just for consoles. So
when Leah told us the dead were pouring out of the cathedral, we quickly went to put an end to it. At first, it seemed we were succeeding, but they just kept
even
coming.
before the waypoint will work.
Well, we were overcome.
Okay.
Captain Dalton and the men fought valiantly.
Yeah, you're probably right.
They protected me.
I probably have.
I am no soldier. I was a farmer. I should not have been out there with them. I do not know how I made it back here. None of the others did. And now, somehow, I'm supposed to lead the militia. I volunteered to help because it seemed the right thing to do. But I'm no leader of men.
Perhaps you are more of a leader than you think.
That's a simple thing for you to say. You were born to fight monsters like the Risen Dead.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Me? I'm just a farmer.
All right, so that was optional conversations. Most of the NPCs have optional conversations you can have. I like them. I think there's a lot of lore there. It's really fun to have those conversations. Anyway, so you know, by the way, you're on an optional conversation like that if you are walking around, you press X and there's no sound, and attempting to move the arrows makes that this sound. That's the conversation menu. So I know that I'm in it. I'm clicked on an NPC and I'm in the conversation menu now. And as long as you haven't heard a conversation, again, this is the first time you go through a story mode. As long as you haven't heard a conversation before, it'll automatically highlight a new conversation. So all you have to do is press X multiple times, and you'll get all the conversations that you need.
Come, let us search for your uncle.
We'll need to open the cathedral first. The guards locked it up before they were ambushed. Rumford told me they fought their way back to Adria's hut. The key must still be there.
Alright, we have a new quest. We gotta go get the key with Leah here. And she's gonna come with us. Now, once again, this trick's gonna work. Map, R1, and then look at that, we're at the right waypoint. Boop!
Here, let me open the gate. Adria was my mother, but I don't know much about her.
Hang on,
she
let her
died
talk.
when I was very young. I was raised by Uncle Deckard.
What about your father?
I'm told he was a great warrior who was lost when Tristram fell to the demons.
There are no Joyce is amazing. Connor, there are actually no conversations like what you're referring to. This game is I will say this rather linear in that sense, in the sense that there are no conversational choices. Your part of the conversation is done automatically. It's based more on your class. You will say different things depending on what class you are, but that's handled automatically once you start the conversations. So you can't make a mistake.
I don't have enough arcane power.
Yeah, optionals you just trigger by pressing X on NPCs who have them. And then the whole conversation plays out without you having to interact with anything. It plays out on its own once you trigger the conversation. It's like the only choice you're making is what conversation to have. And then once you've made that choice, the conversation plays out. I broke stuff. It was fun. I kicked a board there. Lordy-do-do-do. Lordy-do. Lordy-do-do-do. Let's go this way. Over the bridge. Yeah, I like it, yeah. It's functionally useless, yes. You're right. But it's interesting stuff. It just gives you a little more insight into the character themselves. And actually, believe it or not, some of the characters drag stuff out of your character. So some of the conversations with random characters might give you insight into you. Like the character you're controlling at the time. Like, a barbarian will have a conversation about what they did in their childhood once that led them on the path, you know. It's pretty neat. Yeah, so I'm in the right general area right now. I just gotta find the entrance to the, Oh,
the only area I care about is Covetous Shen.
Covetous Shen. Covetous Shen is the best. He is the best.
AKA Shrewd Pilot was the assistant to the General Guy Moon.
Hidden cellar. Follow me.
I think there was more to your mother than you know.
There you go.
People said she was a witch, but I never believed it.
I need arcane power.
Ow.
Here's the key, and my mother's journal. What I've seen of it is disturbing. I want to know more about her, but that can wait. We need to save Uncle Deckard first.
I'll search the cathedral. You stay here and learn what you can.
Thank you.
Aiden came to me last night. I suspected what was lurking within his troubled heart. I consoled him as best I could. Regardless, wherever he's headed, hell will surely follow in his wake. The shadows close in on Tristram once again. But like Aiden, I'll be gone before they fall.
The audio input in this game is mostly good enough to navigate. There's a lot of helpful things. So, for instance, in this game, if I'm running into a wall, I know I'm running into a wall because the movement actually stops. Whereas in Final Fantasy, you keep hearing the footsteps, even if you're running over and over again into a wall. In this game, it just stops, which is perfect. That's exactly what you need. And I can use that, plus sometimes other environmental factors, like, for instance, I knew a little while ago that I was crossing a bridge, because you can hear the wood at the bridge, you can hear the water underneath you. This game's sound design is very good. So in a lot of ways, yes, I will still get lost and stuck for a little while, but I'll probably eventually find it. Plus, honestly, this is 100% true. Another navigational beacon you can use, if you want to call it a beacon, is, seriously, your enemies. If you hear enemies, that probably means that's the right direction, because enemies don't respawn in this game until you go back to an area. Like, if you leave an area and then go back to that act, then they'll respawn. Or if you reload your game, they'll respawn, but they don't respawn automatically. So, if you hear more enemies, that's the way you should probably go. There's an actual, honest navigational beacon in this game. Let's have a conversation with Leah.
For a long time, Uncle Deckard avoided coming back to this place. There were a lot of ghosts here for him. This is where Diablo drove old King Leoric mad and terrorized the people. I don't know what really happened here. But whatever it was horrible. Nearly everyone who survived went mad.
Leah is played by the amazing Jennifer Hale, by the way, who, if you are Mass Effect fans, was the female version of Commander Shepard.
How did your mother die?
Well, details are hazy, but I know that Adria was obsessed with chasing the arcane. She knew she could never raise a child. Uncle Deckard believes that the madness and horror of her life finally caught up with her.
Okay, that's all she's going to say right now. When you get that click but nothing further, that means they're essentially done. Alright, so I'm basically done here. I gotta go find the cathedral gate now. Oh, there is? Oh, wow. Oh, chest. will take a chest of chests. Oh, I broke a thing. That was fun. Hey, there it is. So, so just like that, you can hear how those dropped. The money dropped and the item dropped. My pet went to collect the gold from me. But it dropped right next to me, so I was able to pick up the weapon that dropped automatically. Yeah. Yeah, I love that. I love that. And I believe there's reference to that in other games now. What was it? Yeah, Diablo 2, that's right. And more monsters come up, get this stuff out of there. Huh? What?
More items, rapid bottom, search, search, set, set, and clickable. Listen, brackets, links, bracket, box, and keep link HTTP and now, link HTTP and link HTTP also link HTTP thanks so much button. Link verify back, bracket, moderate, word, clickable. Who's open? Brackets, links, bracket, box, who's open, listen, river, who's open, time, and listen, river, button.
Oh.
Listen, brackets, subject, batch,
No.
set, set, navigated, let clickable. Who's open?
Yeah, I'll get there. It's fine, I'll get there. Yeah, go ahead and edit, Missy. I'll get there.
Okay,
it might not be fast, but I'll get there. That sounds disturbing. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I think there was a book that I just missed, but
So this is Tristram Cathedral. The fallen star is somewhere inside.
okay. I thought I heard one. I guess I done didn't. Oh, I know I found the cathedral because he mentioned it. I just gotta find the way into it. There it is. There's buttholes over here, and there's buttholes over there. Let's go. Let's drop down. Whee! Fine. No drop down. All right. So now we get to our first relatively.
This must be where the star fell. Its core is tinged with some strange magic.
Our first relatively complicated dungeon. But we will find the way. Because this is what we do. A lot of audio around here. Hey, there's a monster. And I just killed Dustin with a trap. How do you like that? How do you like that them apples, guys. That guy explodes into little bugs. So he's a lovely individual. He's like Oogie Boogie, honestly. Oh good, I found a crafting item. That's good. That is very good. Oh, I broke things. What? I like breaking stuff. What's wrong with breaking stuff, bruh? So yeah, I will get stuck in a complicated dungeon for a while, and that's the way this goes. It's all about patience, just like with Final Fantasy X, playing this on your own, if you're blind. Finding the next place to go just comes down to patience. Alright, based on the whispery sounds, I think I'm over by the entrance again. Because he was talking about how he was, you know, where the star fell and all that.
ERP.
Burb! See, those whispery sounds are another map marker we can use. La-di-da-di-da. it's a book. Give me the book. I heard that book.
My name is
Yes.
Danon, and I'm cursed. Once the captain of King Leoric's army, I lived only to honor my land and my king. No man has a greater love for his king than I had for mine, even as I drove my blade through his dark and corrupted heart.
Interesting story there. It's very different. Yes, it's very different. Now that book I just found, the cool thing about that is, and this is one of the reasons I like the lore of this game. So that book is like the introduction. There are several others that actually can tell you more about that story between Lath Denim and his king. He's the captain of the guard, you know. There are several other books that tell you more. So he says he loved his king, but he also. Fair enough. That's an interesting thought there. I actually like that. Where's that door? Oh, you ran into a wall again. Oh. Yeah. That's an interesting thought. Now I'm imagining like a blind hero in this game just being lost in the cathedral for hours and hours, and Leah comes back down. He goes, "What are you doing? Are we supposed to be looking for something?" You're like, yeah, we were. Yeah, right, because the movement sound stops, so I don't have to, do that. But here's the trouble, though. In a dungeon like this, the trouble is actually the doors. Because I don't know where the doors are. And so the reason I'm pressing X all the time is not because I'm trying to attack something, because I know there's nothing here to attack. But it does the same thing. Attacking and opening doors and interacting with items are the same button. So, that's why that happens. Yeah, I think that's the door that I went through before. Or unless I'm inside the doorway, which that could be.
Yeah. This room is a dead end.
It's a dead end? Oh, cool. Yay, dead ends. I love those. They're my favorite. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Believe me, I'm used to this. I've played this campaign multiple times. I've done all this before. Because the fact is, despite all this, despite the trouble, with the trouble with finding the doors and stuff, it's hard to argue the fact that the campaign's fully playable. It's pretty great. Oh! Wizard's frustrated. He's like, oh! Ooh, Yes! Aha! Like I said, follow the monsters.
Help me! It's inside me! Inside!
Yeah, you're screwed, sir. Got some more monsters. By the way, side note, when you are low health, your controller vibrates. Very helpful.
Sounds handy.
It sure is.
Thanks so much for taking up this info.
Alright, Joy. Well, thanks for stopping in and checking out this very, very different than Final Fantasy game. Have a good afternoon. Evening. Alright. See you later then. That's the bug guy that explodes into little bugs. I gotta kill them all individually now. crushed a monster with another trap. Those are always fun. That was a bookcase with nothing in it. There's a corpse that I kicked. Hey, there's more monsters. I hear them. Oh. Well, hi there. Hey, there's a door.
I'm so good, I astound myself.
More monsters killed by a falling chandelier thingy. Woo! No book in that one, just some money. Same with that one. I go breaking stuff again. You know, like I do. Oh, but I was saying earlier too, you actually are rewarded for breaking things. I guess they really love the destruction. Because, no kidding, you get a small movement speed boost for breaking stuff. Ew. Another bookcase with no book in it, just money. I guess the idea is that there's just no interesting books in it, because you can clearly hear the sound of, like, paper or books or something, but... Well, that had some boots in it, so there you go. I just got some boots. That's always helpful. I don't think I had boots before, so that's good. And so we wander. And that's how this works. You basically just wander until you make progress.
One live dashboard, visual Firefox.
Hey, that was a... There we go. That was some bracers, I believe. Pick those up. Wow, I really... I didn't think Ninja...
Virtual PC, one live dashboard, no edit boxes. Screen chat region, send a message, send a message, description option, send a message, send a video, clickable, Mr. River button.
Eat my chicken! Wow, Lupo, Ninja, and Cypher are playing Sea of Thieves. Wow. I guess that's pretty cool. Eating my chicken. That's not cool. made a little bit of progress here, found a couple doors, but currently wandering. We'll see where we get to. Did that make Ninja do his thing that he does when Lupo does a snipe, crazy snipe? He goes
Thanks so much for checking out the stream, folks. If you like Superfly Limited content, please follow us on Twitter at http://www.com Superfly and also follow on Facebook at http://Facebook, and bell. Also, don't forget to check them out on YouTube, where their video will be uploaded. That's http://YouTube.com Superfly Limited. Now, join us on Discord, https Discord, GT7 Walk thanks again, and keep enjoying.
Hey, monsters, alright. And he's pretty good bugs again. Out here, little bugs. Alright then. That's kind of a waste, but that's fine. Picking more stuff like one does, you know.
Need more arcane power. I don't have enough arcane power.
Lazarus. Of that I am certain. He alone had the king's ear, and whispered dark and evil magics into it, instilling the notion of an imminent attack by Westmarch. Afraid to speak against the Archbishop, the councillors nodded their empty heads in agreement, and sent us off to die.
See? There you go. More of that story. little bit more lore,
5:25 p.m.
and it does mean we did make some more progress, so we're getting there. It's a slow process when you're me, but we are getting there. That was useless. And so we say once again, la-di-da, dee-da-di-da.
No active progress is now left.
Oh, is it? Okay, cool. Let's go that way. I like progress. And remember, kids, unlike Final Fantasy X, in this game, if you guys want, I can actually pull up a map. And then all you have to do, if I do that, if you want me to do that, is just see what parts are not filled in on the map, and that's where we have to go.
Oh, yeah.
Boop. You'll see. I can even move the map around if you need it. Like I can move. I don't know if it moves it on screen or moves like a cursor on the map, but I can move it in a way that helps Misty sometimes. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Move map up.
Whoop. There you go.
Up on right stick, I think.
No, it's left. It should have worked.
I can't tell which area was the start goal.
Ah. Well, it's usually whatever area is not filled in is where you have to go because, you know.
Looks like a right goal.
Upright? Okay.
It's hit the arc that the way the map is clear right now. Hang on.
Okay. Yeah, I would bet that given the books we found, because you can kind of use those to measure progress in a certain way. I would bet I've probably cleared most of the first level, so it probably is tough to tell.
You got stuck in a box. Go down.
I'm in a box.
You have super flank with me over enjoyment of your watching. If you are, consider supporting in one of the following ways. 1. If you super flank with thank you. 2. Follow and subscribe. Super flank with thank you again. And there are cool patches for doing so. Free. Become a patron for HTTP. Fabian. Super flank with the chat settings button. Search. Pick a like. Send a message. Send down left. Clickable.
Now down left. Okay. Down left it is.
Stop. Long delay.
Oh, long delay. Oh boy, okay. Oh boy.
Go up right, mostly right. Thanks so much for checking out the stream, folks. If you like Super Blind Members content, please follow them on Twitter by visiting http://twitter.com Super Blind Members, and also follow them on Facebook at http://Facebook, Comrade and Bell, 7, and don't forget to check them out on YouTube. That's http://YouTube.com Super Blind Members, and join us on Discord, https Discord, https and keep enjoying.
I figure I should probably stop because I've been moving for quite a while.
Follow that right wall. Oh, all the shots just continue into the year.
Sometimes they are actually stopped by objects. But yeah, this time it seems like they are. Just continuing, you know.
Send a message. Boozle button. Graphics update. Boozle. Just be aware that the walrus outside is clickable. But just click the right wall and you progress.
Just stick to the right wall. Hey, look at that! Progress. Thank you, Boozle.
Foul minions, stay back! Back! May this wedge hold. The Skeleton King?
The power of the fallen star awakened me, and soon all will suffer as I have suffered. Gods, bring me his bones!
Yeah, man. Gotta go rescue Deckard Cain. We found him. Leah's uncle. We found him. Go save his life, yo.
Hey, I will save you!
Help! Help!
This can't be opened yet.
Yeah, any more of you?
I can't open this. Need more arcane power. My knowledge increases.
There. Man. Okay. I don't know. Let's ignore it because they helped me out. That was the checkpoint sound. Where you at, Kane? There he is.
Thank you, but why did you risk yourself for me?
You live. Fortune smiles on you, old man. I'm here to bring you back to Leah.
Oh, it is wonderful to hear that Leah is well. I feared the worst. I learned of this secret passage through old maps I found. We must discuss the fallen star. Follow me to Tristram.
Yeah, son. Alright, so now we go back to town. And we use the magical map trick to do that. Whee! Off we go.
I have fulfilled my promise to Leah and rescued her uncle, Deckard Cain. Now, all that stands between me and the fallen star is the Skeleton King, who has returned to darken Tristram once again.
Skelettons! Spiny skeletons! Alright, so we're back in Tristram now. Snekeltons? Cool. Boozle, I really need to convince you to play Kingdom of Loathing. I don't know how to do it, but I need to do it. Because then you'll understand skeletons. And skeletons. All of which are very important. For some reason. You really gotta do it, man. It's
Uncle,
it would fit you.
You're alive!
Thanks to you and your friend here.
Our time is running short. What can you tell me about the fallen star?
Not much, I'm afraid, though the prophecy of the end days surely points to it as a sign that the end has begun.
Please, Uncle, not more of your stories. All that matters now is that you're back. I've spent most of my life traveling from place to place with Uncle Deckard, while he did his crazy research.
What is he looking for?
He's convinced that the forces of hell will invade our world and bring about the end times. All these years, he's still searching for a way to stop this apocalypse.
What did you discover about your mother?
She wasn't from Tristram originally. She came here during the Troubles. She was in search of something, but I'm not sure what. She reminds me of Uncle Deckard, obsessed with the war between angels and demons.
There we go. Had some optional conversations there, had some stream soda, it was all good.
The Skeleton King was once our beloved lord, Leoric. He was driven mad by Diablo's evil. He lost both of his sons and his very soul before he was finally defeated. Now it seems he's risen to plague this land once again.
Leoric's tale is sad, but I'm here to find the fallen star, and the Skeleton King stands in my way.
The key to defeating him lies in his old crown. Seek out our blacksmith, Hadrig. He knows of its whereabouts. Leah, you should not dismiss the signs.
This conversation happens between them automatically.
Do you not believe the evidence of your own eyes?
Horrors have visited Tristram before, and it endured.
But what of the texts? The Zakharum tomes warn of a falling star. The Herodric scroll spoke of the dead rising, and the Lord of Lies, the prophecy of the end days, says that at the end of all things, the first sign shall appear in the heavens.
Yes, you've been telling me about the texts since I was 8 years old, Uncle. I just don't think we should read too much into them.
So you can stay and listen to that conversation if you choose. I chose. There you go. enjoyed that.
My log. I'm
Now we have to find the blacksmith. I wanted to check Kane's house for a book to see if there's any more books here. I know there's a book in the inn.
Dug up some new things for you to take a look at. Got a right good bunch of things for you this fine day.
No, no. Hey, hey! I do not want to go back in there.
I don't understand which is screams.
Some heroes are fighting each other in an area near here. Wanna go? Oh, and you didn't hear about it from me.
So yes, that's the multiplayer arena guy. If you have more than one person in your game, you can go.
Bless you for saving Deckard Cain. I don't know what Leah would do, what any of us would do if Cain were truly lost.
You can go to the arena there and fight your friends. It's a PvP area.
Bless you for saving Deckard Cain.
So this is how it ends?
Did you know that King Leoric had his own wife executed? Terrible, terrible things happened when he went mad. Did you know that King
You know,
Leoric...
to take everyone's mind off their troubles, one of Theodos's great comedies.
I've seen it. Two men dressed as women screeching at each other and tearing their bodices. Huh, a chimney rider.
Glad to hear it. Rehearsals in 3 hours.
Another book for Leah.
Uncle Deckard is home, rescued from the clutches of the Skeleton King. I'm so glad. But the Skeleton King, I thought he was a folktale. The idea of Mad King Leoric returning to torture this place. Hasn't Tristram suffered enough?
See, she didn't even believe the Skeleton King was real. So there you go. There's some more lore for you.
Oh.
She will get new books occasionally.
Leah spent all night alongside the blacksmith's wife, tending the wounded.
What? She was out defending the gates this morning. What is driving that woman?
I have to remember where the blacksmith is, but I think he's over here somewhere.
Geldo, how sweet of you to ask. My people, the Vetchin, are nomads, always traveling, looking for the land we might settle. All of us have the sight, but few have it as strong as myself. You know, men have always pursued me for my visions. Well, for things other than my visions. But everyone wants to know what the future holds.
I know what my future holds. I have seen it written.
Can you not focus on anything but power and prophecy? Live for the here and now. It's all we have.
So this woman, her name is Miriam, and she's acting all familiar to you, but she wouldn't be if this was your first playthrough of the story mode. So there are certain people they're called artisans that you acquire throughout the story mode, and we will still see those quests as we play through it. She is one of them. She is essentially a mystic. She can do some cool stuff. She can enchant properties of your weapons and such. But you actually don't acquire her until Act 5, the first time you play the story mode. But the thing is, even in season mode, she sticks around. So she's still here, and she's acting like we know her already. So if there's nothing I can do about that, she's here. So
The world is constantly renewing itself, eternally playing out the same events over and over again. We can merely play our parts.
Are you trying to confuse me?
I speak clearly. Do not blame me for the state of your mind.
Alright. That's our stand here.
Blacksmith.
There he is.
Deckard Cain said
I
you
found
could
him.
help me find the crown of Leoric.
Not now. It's my wife. She's locked in the cellar like all those who've been bitten. I'm to put them all down. But how can I kill my own wife?
I know it will be difficult, but she would want you to do it. I will help you.
Thank you. Follow me.
Don't tell anyone, but I've got some new items you really should see. No one round here appreciates the work I put into it. You think you're some top?
Alright, so I found him. Now I have to remember where the cellar is. Oh, that's the ferry. That's the ferry. That's not where I want to go right now.
Upright.
That will be later, though.
This gate is locked by order of the captain.
Okay, God. So sorry. Yep, this is it.
Upright.
Yay, I found it. Breaking stuff in the cellar. Breaking stuff in the cellar. This.
My friends, I'm sorry.
You are helping me. You don't need to be sorry. I need arcane power.
Mira, my love, forgive me.
Yep, here we go.
Adrian,
Here we go, guys.
help me!
And she's turned.
I don't have enough arcane power.
I couldn't have done this without you. I'm in your debt. My name is Hedrig Aemon.
Well, Hadric, Deckard Cain told me you know where Leoric's crown is.
I can help you there. It's buried with his chancellor, my grandfather. You'll find his tomb in a cemetery in the Weeping Hollow. And if you see my fool apprentice out there, tell him to get back to town.
Yeah. Alright, so we have done what we came here to do. Adrian's poor wife is now dead. Now we gotta try to find our way out of here. I actually can cheat here. I think I will. Oh, wait, I can't cheat. Okay, I won't cheat because I can't. Yeah, I can. Cheating! Alright, so we have to go to the Weeping Hollow, which is through the other town gate that that was locked before. So we can do that now.
I have some new items that I'm certain you'll love.
Or I could just ignore you. How about that? There we go. And out we go.
I need arcane power. I must wait longer. I must wait longer. Your grave awaits.
There we go.
Need more arcane power.
difficult as it seems.
I'm so good, I astound myself. I need arcane power. My old masters could see me now.
Woo! Holy cow.
I don't have enough arcane power.
And onward we go. So this is basically our first big open area with a lot of monster occupation and a lot of monster creation.
Arcane power. Warming up. I must wait longer. I wish I could do that.
What's it? Okay. So this is a thing. Another thing that they didn't have to do but did anyway. There's a skeleton coming up at me. Alright. If you can hear that sound in the background, notice it moves when I move. That sound is a shrine. They have their own ambient sound, which is great for us. What they do is they give you some kind of bonus. Every shrine is a little bit different, but some kind of bonus for a while.
I don't have enough arcane power.
Guy's got a long death cry. So we're looking for the Chancellor's crypt. And the thing about this place is there's actually multiple crypts, and it chooses randomly. There's a little bit of the procedural generation in action. It chooses randomly which one is the correct one out of the 3 or so crypts that are there. I think it's 3 or 6, something like that. Monsters.
Need more arcane power. I wish I could do that. Your defenses are nothing. I grow weak. I must wait longer. I must wait longer. I must heal. I wish I could do that. I need arcane power.
Woo! So many zombies. Here.
6:11 p.m. 6:11 p.m. 6:12 p.m. Chat button. Streamlabs stream labels V0.2.11. Streamlabs stream labels V0.2.11. Chat donated $10.
What do we got here? Okay, cool. Monsters everywhere!
I wish I could do that. We got a fight on our hands, folks. I must wait longer. I'm injured.
Oh, I died. The first time ever. I'm back. Level up. monster solo time. Crafting item. Alright. I can't help but notice my keyboard is unresponsive, so hang on just a second here.
Text viewer not available on this match. Text viewer disabled. One live dashboard, switch to Firefox. Streamlabs, stream labels, easy. Streamlabs, stream labels, button. As hosted, button. Land. One live dashboard, switch to Firefox.
Oh boy,
One live dashboard, switch to
boy.
Firefox. Stream chat region, schedule from your link.
Wait. Yep, that was right. Oh, man.
Streamlabs, stream labels, stream.
Ha! It happened again. It happened again.
One live dashboard, switch to
Oh
Firefox.
my god, what have I missed?
Land virtual PC, rerun tab. Search edit. Send the message edit. Send graphic gold void clickable. Graphic gold void button, link tier 1000 badge. Link tier 1000 badge. Link graphic moderate, rejoin gold void button, rejoin SS clickable. Gold link tier 1 link graphic find back, gold void button, find back clickable.
Oh, Joy was back.
625 gold void link tier link
Oh, wow.
graphic moderator, positive versus minus discount discount for the kids focus and news and resources patch up build and build and gold clickable. Graphic links graphic in your PCS
Dude,
clickable.
it happened again. It happened again. I gotta, okay. Alright, note to self, I gotta start turning the speaker when I play when I stream. Because once again, the lap desk we have, or not the lap desk, the stand-up desk we have on this desk turned off the speakers. Again. Again. Oh my god, I missed a lot. I'm sorry, guys.
Virtual PC. And Linux and join us on Linux TCP and Linux 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 thanks to my graphic moderator video game free software element button graphic links graphic no clickable. Button graphic links graphic priority clickable. Graphic links graphic one title and subtext caption clickable. Button graphic links graphic moderator badge clickable. Graphic subject button graphic sublinks graphic sniper cane clickable. Button graphic links graphic
Sniper cane. Wow. Oh, there we go. I didn't think I was, though. You know, I bet I am, though. I bet you're right. I bet I am. I bet when I lean over to check the keyboard, I bet I am slightly pushing on the desk. Yeah, I probably am. Yeah, that's what happened. Good lord, man. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm definitely not saying you're wrong, because you're right. I mean, I just got absorbed. Like, here I've just been killing stuff. You know, I've been making progress in the sense that I've dealt with a constant flow of monsters. And I just got absorbed in that, and I was like, wait a minute, I haven't heard anything from chat in a long time. Gosh darn you, wretched mothers.
I've been healed.
Switching screen left screen link. One live dashboard push Mozilla Firefox. Blank one live dash button. Send a message send a thanks and keep enjoying clickable. Link and link and don't link to host link thanks so my button verify graphic this will need link TC this will need link and shower with first.
Well,
button verify graphic I don't think Mr. River I don't think you do that clickable. Mr. Friend subscribe graphic moderator I'm trying to connect 360 because one has vision 360 as a game I want to stream clickable. Cold join link to your link subscribe I'm taken away from 5 minutes clickable. Cold join link to your link subscribe he was idling clickable. Mr. River graphic link subscribe chatty button man clickable.
Yeah, I was
Mr. River button.
I was Diabloing.
Mr. River button clickable. Mr. River graphic link subscribe you don't think you are control 0 and broken 2.
Yeah, yeah.
Control R.
So, here is the deal. We've done a lot of monster killing today. We did make a lot of progress today. And we're not technically done yet. We have tonight, too. So, thanks to my PS4, Hey, you're interrupting my speech. Thanks to my PS4 saving the state of things while in rest mode, we should be able to come back to this, right here. Back to the same state of being here. And we continue wandering, looking for the Chancellor's Crypt. Well, that sounded fun. Oh, hi. Hi, buddy. That's very rude of you. Alright, so, that is going to do it for this stream, but we will be back, and we will continue the wandering, and the furtherment of the seasonal character. What are you doing, Jaws? What are you doing? Come on now, you can do better than this.
PC. One live dashboard. Link following Firefox.
There we go.
Figure in. Figure in. Search edit. Search edit. Enter a title edit contains super blind menu. Search edit. Description optional. Send a message edit. Welcome to the chat room. Clickable. Enable 5 button.
Okay. Alright. So that's going to do it for this stream. More tonight. We'll wander. Yeah, right. And that's not even the first time today that's happened. That's not even the first time. That's happened more than once today. I decided to, like, when I was explaining, what was it? When I was explaining the map trick. Yeah, that kept happening when I tried to explain the map trick, the waypoint trick. They keep interrupting me. Interrupting zombies interrupt. Alright, that's gonna do it for this stream. I'll be back at 8 for more, and maybe we'll actually go repair my gear and stuff like that. We'll see. But anyway, for now, check out my girl, Misdemeanor Rayburn. I don't know if she's doing a stream tonight, but check her out anyway, because we do Kingdom Hearts streams together on most mornings. Not every morning, but most mornings. So check those out. And yeah, check out Rocket Gamer 6, KOL Joy, who apparently is going to get her dance on tonight. So that'll be cool. And yeah. Thanks guys for stopping in. Hope you had a good time. Hope you learned a little bit about how this game works. For those who did not see me do this before. And we'll continue this for now for tonight. For some reason, everything is lagging. Why is that? Tell it to not do that. Okay. I'll see you guys later.